Hello friends, today is Monday again and it's time for our weekly forecast of the true Sight Forex. Again we are gonna take a look of some of the currency pairs and the gold as well, and we are gonna take a look at the news that are coming this week. So without further ado, let's begin and see what we expect for the next week. Okay, we are gonna start with the news. Okay, this week the important news are starting from Tuesday. It's gonna be important for the British pound. We have the composite PMI, the manufacturing PMI, and the services PMI. These news can bring some movement, so you must be careful when you trade with this currency pair. Later in this day, there's gonna be the CPI, the Customer Price Index, which is very important news for the New Zealand dollar. It is based on quarter base, so this is for the fourth quarter of the previous year, and they're expecting the CPI to reduce its value from 2.2% to 1.3%. And some 3 hours later, there is gonna be the CPI for the Australian dollar. It will be the forecast for 1.6%, which is 0.2 points from the previous CPI. So you must be careful when you're trading with the New Zealand dollar and the Australian dollar tomorrow evening, because this news will make some good movements. This is what we expect. On Wednesday, there is gonna be the interest rate decision for the Bank of Canada. As you see, the forecast is to increase the percentage of the interest rate decision, and this is also very important news, so be careful with the Canadian dollar on Wednesday. On Thursday, there is gonna be only news for the US dollar, which can make some movements as well. It is the core durable goods orders on a monthly base, the gross domestic product on the quarter base, the initial jobless claims, and the new home sales. These two news can bring very good movements. And on Friday, there is gonna be the President Lagarde, which is gonna be speaking, and for the US dollar, the core PCE price index and the pending home sales. There's gonna be some movements as well. Okay, now let's move to the technical analysis and let's see the pictures from the last week. Okay, let's start with euro dollar as usual. This is euro yen. This is euro dollar on 4-hour time frame. And the price was here. Last week we said that from this impulse wave we are expecting some retracement, probably to the swing level over here, and then to see a new bullish impulse wave. Well, on 4-hour you can see the side movement that made the euro dollar, and nothing really good happened on this currency pair. What we can expect for the next week? If we see on the daily time frame first, there is some very good bullish impulse wave. This impulse wave, it's to here, and there is a possibility the price, you can see from our analysis from yesterday, that the price can reach this daily level of resistance on this high, then to make a retracement to the trend line, and from here to see new bullish impulse wave. This is only on the daily time frame, and on the 4-hour time frame there is another possibility. Here you can see that the price broke these highs over here, this range, and now it's making an impulse wave and a correction. And if here we see some candlestick formation, then we can expect from here the price to break this high and to reach some of these levels of Fibonacci. Something like this. Let's see, do we have some levels here? Well, pretty much no, only on somewhere around these highs and this low over here. Another option is, as we said, on the daily time frame, to see a deeper correction from here. And as we see, after this candlestick, there is a possibility the price to reach the daily trend line, or maybe even to the levels of the Fibonacci, the 50% or 61.8, and then to make the new bullish impulse wave. This is what we think for the euro dollar. Now let's move to pound dollar. Here is pretty much the same. Let's see the picture from the last week. Yes, this is the pound dollar. This is on the 4-hour as well. And let's see what happened from the last week. Here we said that there are two options. First, the price can reach the point of interest, which is on 1 hour on this high over here, and to make a bearish impulse wave to the point of interest, which is on this low over here. The other option was that the price first to reach this point of interest and then to make a new bullish impulse wave. Well, let's see what happened. Well, the price was here, and as you can see, it reached the upper point of interest and made very good movement. Here we had a trade starting from this level, and the price made 100 pips movement. Well, we expected to reach this point of interest, which is on 500 pips away, but when the price reached 100 pips profit, we take our profit. We didn't close the whole position, we just closed half of the position, and we moved our stop loss to the entry point. Later in the week, the price hit our take profit, but we were on some profits. Now, for the next week, what we expect as well, we are gonna take a look on the higher time frame. On daily time frame, we can see the clear impulse wave reaching the previous daily high, and from here, with this candlestick formation, our opinion is that the price is gonna reach the daily trend line and to the levels of Fibonacci, and with some candlestick formation, we are gonna expect a new bullish impulse wave, probably to this level, the daily one, which is on 1.2667, somewhere around here, and then to make a new retracement. The other option is on the lower time frame, the price not to reach the daily trend line, but from this impulse wave to make a retracement to the swing level and then the new bullish impulse wave right away. This is our opinion for the pound dollar. Let's move to euro yen. Let's see the picture from the last week. This is not the one. Yes, this is the euro yen. This is again on the 4-hour time frame, and the price was right over here. Here we said that from this impulse wave we are expecting a retracement to the swing level and a new bearish impulse wave. The other option was that the price, if it breaks this high over here, to reach the point of interest, and from here to make a new bearish impulse wave, which will be a stronger one. Well, let's see what happened. here the price started to make the retracement, but on Tuesday there were news for the Japanese yen, and you can see what happened after the news. First the price made a bearish impulse, then a bullish impulse, then a new bearish impulse. Here was not good for trading, so we stayed away from the markets, and we are gonna looking for new trades, and let's see what we expect. First, you can see the clear movement here. There is a possibility the price to make a retracement, and from here to make a new bullish impulse wave to the weekly trend line. Let me show you. This is the weekly trend line. We are expecting the price to reach the weekly trend line, and from here to make a very strong bearish impulse. On the daily time frame, nothing much is happening here. You can see there is the impulse waves. They are pretty much the same. But on 4-hour time frame, here we can see a retracement and a new bullish impulse wave. This is our opinion. We're not saying that this is gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen. No one knows. You must be aware of that. Okay, the other option is the price here to make a new high over this high over here and this one, and to reach the point of interest. And if we see a pushback from here, we are gonna take some short positions. The stop loss is gonna be around 80 pips, but the profits are gonna be huge. We are gonna expecting a movement to this low over here, and this is around 700 pips profit. We are gonna see what is gonna happen. We think for this trade that the price can push back from this point of interest, because here is a very strong imbalance. You can see it over here. These are the options for the euro yen that we are expecting to happen. And now let's move to pound yen. Let's see the picture from the last week. Okay, this is the pound yen on 4-hour. There it is. Okay, the price was somewhere around here. We said that there are a couple of options. We can see a retracement to the swing level and a new bearish impulse wave to the point of interest, which is on 1 hour. The other option was that the price to make a new higher high from this one and to reach this weekly trend line, which is this one. Now, what the price did, you can see this is like the euro yen. Here after the news, the price made a very strong candle. It broke these highs over here, and after that it made a retracement. Now, what we expect for the next week. Here you can see that we have a 4-hour trend line. We expect from this impulse wave the price to make a retracement to the trend line and new bullish impulse wave to the point of interest, which is the same as the euro yen. And from here on from a pushback from this point of interest, again we are gonna take some trades with around 100 pips stop, but we are gonna looking for like 1,000 pips profits. This is what we think is gonna happen. This is pretty much like the euro yen. We don't think from our analysis that this 4-hour trend line is gonna make an impact of the price if it broke these highs. Probably we are not gonna see some retracement from this trend line, so we are gonna see. This is our opinion for the pound yen. And this week we are gonna take a look at the pound Australian dollar as well. Let me show you on a higher time frame what we can expect. First, you can see a clear impulse wave, and we have a retracement to level 50 of the Fibonacci retracement. This tells us that probably the price is gonna make some movements from here to the weekly level around here. You can see the weekly level on 1.72. This is one option on the daily time frame. The other option is on the 4-hour time frame. We can see that on this impulse waves, the price has broke all of these highs, this one, here and here, and this is a very clear impulse wave. We have drawn our trend line, the 4-hour trend line, and here we can see a consecutive point. And here we are in some trades, we are expecting movements first to these highs, and then to this high over here, and to the daily level of resistance. This is on the 4-hour time frame. Well, when you see some different options, just like this one on the pound Australian dollar, on the daily time frame, and on the 4-hour time frame, what you have to do? Well, you have to try everything, because you don't know what is gonna happen. Here we are in trades, we are with a stop loss around 87 pips, but we are expecting movement of 377 pips. And on the pound New Zealand dollar is pretty much the same. Last week we had a triangle pattern here, but we missed our entry because it was later in the evening, later in the night. Here the price made a movement of 266 pips, and now it made a retracement. Here we had a point of interest on 1 hour, and now we can see that the price has pushed back from this point of interest, and it made around 112 pips. This is pretty good. Okay, now we are expecting from this pushback the price to make a new impulse wave, first to this high, some retracement, and new bullish impulse wave. This is on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see how it is on the daily time frame. Well, on the daily time frame you can see here is a downtrend, but with this impulse wave the price broke all of these highs, and now on the daily time frame again we are expecting the price to go up, probably to this high. We are gonna make it a daily high, and when it reaches these highs we are gonna see what is gonna happen, because this is a high on the price, and if we see some trend reversal patterns we are gonna execute some short positions. Okay guys, this is for the pound New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look at the gold. Let's see what we expected from the last week. Okay, this is the gold. This is on 1-hour time frame. Okay, the price was over here, exactly here. Well, we said that there is a possibility the price to reach the trend line. Where is my trend line? There it is. Okay, we said that there is a possibility the price to reach the trend line and to make a new bullish impulse wave. Well, you can see that it made some retracement, didn't reach the trend line, and made very good 2 impulse waves. Now, what we expect for the next week? Here on higher time frames, let's start. Let me just clear this one. 4 hour. Here we can see that the gold from November to January had made around 3000 pips. This is a very huge movement. Now, it didn't reach the highest high, the all-time high, or this high over here, but the price is pretty much oversold. Excuse me, overbought. And when you take a look on the 4-hour time frame, there is a very good pattern which we like very much, and this is the double top. Here you can see a high, a low, and a lower high, and here is the pattern double top. What we expect now is the price to fulfill this movement and to reach this point of interest again. Here you can see from these lows the price to reach this trend line and to make a new bullish impulse to test the neckline of the pattern. If the price makes that, there is a possibility to reach the point of interest, which is on the 15-minute time frame, to reach the trend line and to make the new bullish impulse wave. This is what we see for the gold. The other option is that was on this trend line we have a consecutive point, first, one, second, third, and if here the price push back from the trend line, we were gonna expect some movement to this point of interest, which is on a higher time frame, on this high over here. But after this pattern, this double top, we are gonna taking some trades over here, and we are gonna see what is gonna happen the next days. These are the two options that we expect. We think that the price can reach this point, this trend line and this point of interest, and to make some good movements. This is for the gold for this week. So guys, this was our analysis for some of the currency pairs and the gold. If you like this video and this live analysis, hit the like button, share this video with your friends so we can reach more people and to take a look at our analysis. Okay guys, I'll see you next week on Monday with another weekly forecast from Sight Forex. Thank you for watching, see you next week, bye bye.